I had 4 elder brothers. Everybody sympathised with my mother for having 5 boys. That was in the war years. When I was demobilised from the Navy, I went to Brisbane, and then I came up here to Warwick in July 1947. Warwick was a great place for troops. They had about 30,000 troops around here. They had a training battalion. They took over this place here as a coal store. When the war moved on, the owner of this place put it on the market and we bought it. My brother Frank was an engineer, and my father said, I want you to go to Warwick and get that place going. It'll take you about 6 months. And Frank was here for about 60 years. He was not only my brother, he was also my best friend. We were competing against some pretty strong opposition all the way through. We've concentrated on quality because that was the edge that we thought that we could handle. That started really about 1955 when the American market opened up. In the 80s, I think it was, the Japanese market opened up. So we switched over onto better quality cattle. I've got to say, we handle the best quality cattle in Australia. The breeders, they're nearly all Aberdeen Angus or Wagyu. They're all grain-fed, and some of the particularly Wagyus, they're grain-fed for up to 400 days.
In the late 80s, it became apparent that technology was required to modernise the plant. When my dad started work, he had to jump in his Ford Willys Jeep, drive down every night and check everything with a torch and walk around the plant. When I took over from him, I realised that was really a very painful way to live, and I had a young family, so I wrote software and I interfaced with the plant so that I could monitor things remotely. These were pioneering things in those days. Together with my brother Robert, we actually designed software and networks which didn't exist in that time. I had to teach myself how to program because I could not buy the systems I needed. So we're very early leaders. I've had the opportunity of guiding the development of the facility. Normally there would be 4 or 5 generations of engineers that might come through. My job now is to pass those skills on to the next generation.
Growing up being part of this establishment, I was always very proud of what my family had built and how much it meant to the community as well. You know, we're a small country town, a lot of people that were very reliant on employment here. We're too far away to have service technicians come out from Brisbane. Myself and my team have got to know how to repair everything on the fly. We're about to do a complete overhaul of our software and hardware for our production system. And it's going to give us far better traceability all the way through the kill floor, the boning room, into packaging, into the container, into the market overseas, and be able to gauge its performance.
For John D, quality is our business. The meat industry today is vastly more complex than the industry that we started with. Australian standards, international standards must be complied with in every aspect of what we do. Through technology and good people, we've built up a very good reputation and aspire to keep that going. We see our people growing with us. We have growth ideas on site, modernising the plant further. We actually are more solid and more secure than we've ever been. Some of the things that won't change from the family point of view is our passion we have for doing a job well, making sure our people are well trained, and indeed passing on to them the ideals that we aspire to.
John D is the largest single family owned beef abattoir in Australia. I believe John D is still around because we've reinvested our profits back into growing our company and invested heavily in technology to help us improve our process.
Now we employ 620, I think it is, was the last count. I'm pleased that we've gone as far as we have and have the next generation coming on.
For those that love their meat, we're the one-stop shop.
They keep coming back for more, so it must be okay.